What did an ex do that made you realize you made the right choice by leaving him? If you told me 5 years ago that the man I once loved would spend his waking hours plotting to destroy me, I would have laughed. Back then, Tom was charming, devoted. The kind of father who read bedtime stories with silly voices and packed lunches with handwritten notes. But that man is gone. Ever since our bitter divorce last year, Tom's obsession hasn't been with moving on. It's been with taking the one thing that still ties us together, our 2 kids, Emma and Jack. It started subtly. A concerned email to the school about my erratic behavior. A casual mention to our pediatrician about my mental state. Then anonymous calls to CPS, each report unfounded. Each visit from a social worker ending in awkward apologies to me. At first, I thought it was coincidence. Bad luck, but then the stalking began. I started finding him parked near my house at night, engine running. At the grocery store, he'd appear in every aisle I turned down. Once, I caught him in the cafe I go to after school drop-off pretending to read a paper, but his phone pointed straight at me. And the worst, he'd trigger me on purpose sending snide texts, baiting voicemails knowing I'd eventually snap when I finally confronted him in public, screaming outside Emma's dance class. He stood calm, phone recording. See, he told the judge later, I just want the kids safe. By the time I realized his plan to build a file of me looking crazy, he'd already compiled hours of selective footage, witness statements from concerned neighbors, even a faked video of me throwing things edited, of course. For a while, I spiraled. I did start to look unstable. I couldn't sleep knowing he might be filming through my windows. I jumped at shadows. The harder I tried to prove I was sane, the worse I appeared. Until one night, my friend Claire, a lawyer, staged an intervention. He wants you to fight. He needs you to lose control. Don't give him the show. So I stopped reacting. I got cameras of my own, logged every encounter, stuck to court orders like gospel, and I hired the best custody lawyer I could afford. At our next hearing, Tom's smug face faltered when my lawyer played our footage of him stalking, provoking, manipulating. The judge watched silently, then glanced at Tom's pile of evidence. Mr. Daniels, she said coldly, it appears the only person endangering these children's emotional well-being is you? We're still fighting, of course. Men like Tom don't quit easily. But the difference is, now I know the game, and this time I'm playing to win for my kids and for myself.